My last match was when I wrestled The Rock, and it was like, it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't good. It could have been so much better, but I had a bad day that day, boy. Wrecked my Corvette, man, and going to the airport. And I changed my flight from that Sunday, so I knew that was it, man. I messed up for the last time. But, you know, we left on good terms, so.
Did you guys talk about that match with The Rock last night at all, or do you remember?
We didn't really talk about it.
I don't think
we didn't talk about it.
What was The Rock's reaction to the whole match and everything?
He was fine, man. My whole deal was, I think I'm good at getting sympathy, and I say this a lot, I shine when I sell, because I think a lot of people do pay to see me get my ass kicked because I do it, you know, good. And it's just I love it. That's my main, to me, my best selling is, I love it, man. It's such a big part of wrestling, and I love it, man. I really do. And like, I think that's The Rock knows that people like, it's charisma, basically, a lot of charisma, let's say, because like Johnny Ace, you know Johnny Ace, dynamic dude. He said that, you know, they can train guys, you know, and they can teach them how to wrestle, but they can't teach them how to have charisma. It's kind of a hard thing to teach, and that is something that I've had, you know, and I've just been able to make people like me. And it shows when, like, stuff in the Undertaker ladder match, like, and the one comeback I did, like, the fans are electric, man. Just the hope that they have inside of me winning, being the underdog, and man, that's a good thing to have, and I do have it, man. But man, Rock was just like, people love you, and man, you're good at that, and he knows. We've talked about music too, because he actually comes in with a guitar like these days. Cause he plays it like some jazzy stuff or something. But I was the first one ever walking. He says I was the first one ever walking into WWF with a guitar, and that was kind of because that kind of got some bad looks anyway. Like, oh, what are you concentrating on? Because we'd be playing the guitar in the locker room and stuff and learning. But then Rock came walking in with the guitar, and I was like, yeah, next. And he just said basically, because I felt bad after I said, man, this could have been so much better. And honestly, I thought they were going to ixnay the whole thing after the day, because I didn't get to the building until like 5 o'clock. Because when I wrecked my Corvette, man, I mean, naturally I missed my flight. So I thought they were going to not even do it, but they still done it. And that was kind of a good match too, to be my last match, though. I mean, but I think I'll be able to redeem myself one of these days.
How did the agents and Vince McMahon and everybody react?
They were fine. I mean, they weren't really. It was kind of quiet. It wasn't like a Vince saying, good job, because I mean, they know it. I know it could have been better. But I think they kind of knew what I was feeling. And they've been great, man. Like, JR was so great. He worked with me, man. Like, let me off every other weekend, you know, when I want some time off and everything. And he was great, man. So I don't complain about any of that. And, like, it was all on me. I'm all to blame. And I take all the blame for, like, and I'm being honest when I say I don't feel it like I used to, you know, wanting to wrestle. So I think they knew what was going on, man, and like it wasn't like after a TLC match when it's like, oh my God, good match. You know, it was kind of like, thank you. That was it.
Did they ever say anything to you like, hey, you know, if you get your act together and start coming here on time and everything, you're going to be in for a bigger singles push? Or?
No, never nothing like that. Like, I don't know what goes on. We talked about this last night about like when I won the Intercontinental Belt and how it looks like something would, you know, happen. Like, I'd be doing some pretty good stuff after that, like as far as being more of a mainstreamer or whatever. But then it kind of, and at that time we were still doing Hardy Boy stuff, and I wasn't being late, because that was one thing that was good about doing Hardy Boy stuff. Matt was good about getting me out of bed and making sure I was on time. But yeah, it's like trying to figure out the stars, man. I'll never understand it, why they do the things they do, and like what it takes to, you know, be a mainstreamer. Because this is man, we talked about this too. I think the Stone Cold Steve Austin, the Triple H matches, that man, we were so excited that was going to be a long, carried out, you know, feud. Nothing, man, and we don't know if it was Stone Cold that said something like, "Oh, you wouldn't know the boys ain't ready," or we don't know if Triple H said they ain't ready. We don't know what, you know. It's hard. You can't know. There's no way to know. But the matches were great, and people enjoyed it, man.
Is it that kind of frustrating stuff that killed your passion?
I think that's a lot of it, man. And I would present like a lot of crazy like spots that people like wouldn't even take the time to listen to, man. Like, and that kind of that gets real when you take the time to really brainstorm and like want to do something different, man. And and then it feels kind of good when you think of something, oh, that could work, and then you go tell the Dudleys and Edge and Christian, and then it's like, that's crazy. You know, that was a big part of, like, that was very frustrating.
Now, is there anybody out there that you want to say anything about?
I would like to say something about, ow! I read something that said Sting liked or enjoyed watching me and RVD, and that was great, just because I was such a fan of him in the past, and he was such a influence and role model for me. And I was a combo between the Ultimate Warrior and Sting when I was in the TWF, that trampoline bullshit that we were doing in our backyard. And that he was a big, he was a part of motivation that made me, want to do this. And I would just like to say, thank you, Sting. Ow!
Memories of your ladder match with The Undertaker on Raw.
Man, that was a big confidence booster in me as a singles guy. I was like, there was a point in that match whenever I made a comeback on him, and the fans were so, you could just feel it. I could feel them with me, and the agents, like, they always say, like, after that match, anytime if they wouldn't feel like my comeback was that good, you got to do it like you did with the Taker. But I said, there's one problem with that. I wasn't in the ring with Taker. That's a big difference, man. It's not going to be the same. I mean, there's a big difference when you're in the ring with the Undertaker. And as to, like, somebody, Stevie Richards or somebody that's not as, like, legend, not as, haven't been in it as long, whatever. But it was a big boost of confidence in my singles, not a coach. But,
How was Taker like to work with?
man, he was great, man. He was awesome.
How do you think he stayed on top so long?
Man, I don't know. Actually, I can't. I've always, luck is what's got me by. Like, I've been lucky, man, in life. I've been lucky I've lived off luck, man, and I mean, I think I kind of deserve that with doing things like, this might sound a little weird, but I would never, in airports or whatever, like, you would never see me take an escalator. I would always take the steps. Like, I wanted to take the steps. I try to do that all the time as much as I can, just out of respect for people that have been paralyzed, and for the fear that I have of, when I wrestle, of getting paralyzed like this happened. Hayabusa is paralyzed right now. He was a great wrestler, high flyer, similar style, and it's a scary thought to not be able to draw us, seeing him from what he was so jacked up at one time, and it's creepy, man, that can happen. And I mean, I always, out of respect for, like, just putting myself in another person's view and wanting to get out of a wheelchair so bad and walk up those steps, man, I've never taken the escalator. I don't take the escalator. I just feel that that pays off in the long run with luck and with stronger forces, like, whatever kind of forces, like, helping me out.
Speaking on the subject, did you ever read the critics, the sheets and stuff, people saying, oh, Jeff Hardy's going to keep on taking those sick bumps, he's going to end up like Mick Foley and he's not going to walk?
Yeah, I think they're idiots, man. I think they don't believe in me, and they're stupid. I hate, like, people that say that kind of stuff. But in a way, it's kind of inspiration too, because I mean, it just makes you want to prove them wrong, and, like, I'm doing my best,
After the match with Undertaker, did you feel that you were going to get a bigger singles push?
Yeah, I did actually, but I remember after that match, like, I still, man, I knew it was a good match, but I just didn't even know if I wanted it, man. I didn't know if I wanted to damn wrestle. At that point, I was really like, and it showed. I mean, you could tell I wasn't tan and stuff, and that was a great match, but even that match could have been a lot better if it would have been at the time that I was like 100%, like, giving my heart and soul, and which I always, try to do. But I mean, if you're really into it, you're going to do a lot better. It's just hard to, like, try when you're. God, I think about, like, it's just hard. I was losing my passion, man. That's how I was too.
As far as the whole live for the moment gimmick, what did you feel about that? Did you like that?
Yeah, makes sense. I think that's pretty real with us, man. Especially me, like. Right now is important, man. I'm happy right now, man. I'm thankful, man. And God, I don't have cancer. I don't have damn disease. I feel pretty good, I'm always thankful for my life, man. And every minute is like, I don't live by the minute, but I do live by the moment. And the moments don't have a length on them, I guess, but it's probably like a pretty short period of time, like, I guess, or something. But yeah, I totally feel that and believe that.
What did you think of being put in WWE's hardcore division?
I liked it. I always did the hardcore matches because I felt they were easier. Like, in terms of like just doing a cool spot and having. It was a lot easier to be creative with objects, you know, like. And yeah, I love hardcore matches.